Då kör vi vidare med nyförvärvsintervjuerna och vi har vår nya målvakt Matija Pintaric with us today. Welcome to Olofström.
Hi, welcome. Thanks for the welcome. I'm happy to be here.
How would you describe yourself as a person off the ice?
Well, I think I'm pretty communicative. I like to learn new cultures, and so I've already been trying to learn a little bit Swedish, and I hope I learn it as quick as possible.
What's the first word you learned, if it's not too bad?
No, I think it was talk, just thanks, and then the counting till 10. So there's a couple of words I know.
Great. You've been here in Olofström for a little bit more than a week now. What are your first impressions of the town and the club?
Well, the town is pretty small, and but I think it's really nice. It's not like it's not deserted or something, but so it seems pretty new, everything here, and the people are really nice. And well, the club, I think it's really ambitious, and all of the guys here seem really ambitious, and everybody works so hard. So sometimes it's really a challenge just to keep up with the guys, but it makes we make each other better. So I think I think we had a good team.
Do you think it's going to be a hard competition with Tex, who gets to play the games?
Well, I haven't seen him play in the net, but as far as I've seen him off the ice, he's pretty well prepared. Yeah, so like I said, we're gonna make each other better, and yeah, whoever is the better is gonna play.
Yeah. What do you like to do when you're not on the ice?
Well, I like to hang out with the guys. I met a couple of guys here who are really good, and we all live together at the same places. So we kind of get together sometimes, play games, or just go out for a drink or something like that. You know, nothing special.
Yeah, as you said, many of the guys live together in the same neighborhood. Do you think that's a good thing to get to know the guys?
Yeah, I think that's a great thing because, well, as I said, the city is not so big, so there's not a lot of people to meet here. So, like, if you got the guys together, we can like hang out and help each other. Because I don't have a car, for example, and some other guys do, and like so they help me with that. And like sometimes if you need milk, they'll help you, like, or sugar. So like those are the fun things, you know. You just get to know guys and just on a casual level. So I think it's really good.
It's a good atmosphere with the guys.
Yeah, for now it's been great.
In the locker room, are you the quiet guy, or are you the one that makes sure that it happens things?
Well, till now I was mostly the youngest guy, but still I like to be pretty loud, especially when I play. Well, when I'm a backup, you make sure the other guys feel comfortable. But when I play, I like to be loud, like to tell the guys what I think, like to positive and negative things. But like you try to suppress the negative things, like, and motivate the guys. But yeah, I like to talk with the guys a lot. So I'd say I'm pretty much the guy who's pretty loud.
Yeah. And when you're on the ice, what are your strengths in the net?
Well, I think I'm pretty quick with my feet. I think that's my main strength, to get up and down quick and post to post. So I think my athleticism helps me a lot. So I'll be using that in the net a lot.
Yeah. Often goalies seems to have a lot of rituals in the net. Do you have anything special that you always does?
Well, I wouldn't say there's something special. There's just before and in the middle of every game, I drink 2 blue Powerades. So that's a little ritual for me. Like I drink half before the warm up, half before the first period, half before the second, and half before the third. So like altogether 2 Powerades, and I do that all the time. So I've been doing this for a couple of years. But it's like if I don't have a Powerade, the world doesn't crash down. It's just like a little ritual. So.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe it's like a safe thing for you that you have something to do that it feels positive for you.
Yeah, it's just like I feel confident that I play maybe 1% better when I drink it. So you know, it's not a big thing, but it makes me makes me feel more comfortable.
Yeah. You're only 22 years old, but what's the highlights of your career so far?
I'd say a game against Salzburg when I played for Olympia back home. That's 2 seasons ago, in the playoffs when we played for 93 minutes, So, and we set the record for the longest game of the league, and I also set the records for most saves in one game. That was 78. So that's a pretty good number if you ask me. And that's like, I really like to brag with that game because that's like a really big highlight for me, and I'm really happy it happened.
You should brag about that.
Well, you shouldn't brag, to be honest, but sometimes you just gotta tell it.
Yeah. What are your personal goals for this season?
Well, my personal goals are, of course, to play as many games as possible and to play as good as possible every game. Even if the competitions, even if we're like heavy favorites, doesn't matter. I'd like to play every game on the highest level as possible. So that's my personal goal, to get that consistency and play as good as possible and be a support for the team, game in, game out. And well, of course, in the end, we all want to get to Allsvenskan, but I think there's a long road to that, so we just go one game at a time.
Yeah. What can you tell us about the quality of the hockey played in Slovenia? You played in different leagues, right?
Well, I played. I played mostly for Olympia last 4 years. So we played in the Austrian league, the EBL league. I think that's a really quality league. That's I think it's the 7th in Europe or something like that on a chart from IHF. So, but I also played a lot for the second team in the Slow Hockey League. But unfortunately, that league doesn't exist anymore from this year on. So, I think in Slovenia they have some problems right now, but they're solving them, and I hope it goes well for Slovenian hockey. But I think the guys there aren't so bad. Just the organization is a bit bad sometimes, but I think there are some new faces in the Slovenian Federation, and I think they should. I think that's an improvement, and they should make improvement in that region.
Yeah. And what do you know about the hockey played here in Sweden?
Well, I heard some things from guys like Jeglic or Sabolic and Hebar, Paulin. Those guys play with me before they went to Sweden, and we talked, and they said that, well, mostly like the preseason practices are harder, and there's more emphasis on skating. Like for those guys, well, I don't know for goalies how it is, but I think it's quicker. The hockey here is quicker and maybe a bit less physical, but still. We'll see how it goes for a goalie, because if it's quicker, you gotta adjust. You gotta be on your toes all the time. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, and then finally we have 5 quick questions that all the new guys in the team gets. If you do you have an idol?
Yeah, that's Dominik Hasek. I think he's just an awesome goaltender, and he's still trying to get back to the NHL. So, and he's 1 year older than my mom. So. He's just incredible. So yeah, he'd be my idol.
Do you have the same style in net as he?
Well, maybe
on the back and.
Maybe I'm a bit more modern, but yeah, I'd say I have a lot of things copied from him. So sometimes I do unusual stuff just like he did, but I think that's something that could help the team. Make the crowd go wild and lift the team spirit. So yeah, I really look up to him.
Maybe we get to see you show a little bit in the net.
I hope so.
Great. Favorite hockey team in the world?
That's gotta be Detroit Red Wings. They've always been like, in my hometown where we were young. There was everybody was a big Detroit fan. And right now we also have a Slovenian hockey player playing there, Jan Muršak. He was playing there for a couple of years. Yeah, it's got to be Detroit Red Wings.
Yeah. Favorite food and drink?
I really like smoked salmon. So I think I'm gonna get this a lot here, probably. So I really like, that's probably my favorite food. And my favorite drink, I don't know, that's a hard one. I'd say maybe Coke or just like tap water. I'm really not a big fan of any like beer or something like in the meantime, so I don't know.
We go for Coke.
Yeah, we go for Coke.
Yeah. What would you bring to a desert island if you only can pick one thing?
That's a tough one. I don't know. Probably my girl.
Yeah, and that pretty much answers the next question, the last one for the girl, single in a relationship.
Yeah. I got a girl back home, so yeah. For now, I'm taken.
Yeah, thank you very much. It was very nice meeting you. Welcome to Olstam.
Thanks.